Hey everybody! So this one is the approaching the mansion and part of the art museum, but there's going to be another part for the audio portion of the tour inside the mansion because no filming in there. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it and let's check it out. Remember, it was really hot that day too.
The maple ringling rose garden. It's looking a little withered right now. Those trees are cool. Are those banyan trees? Is that what those are called?
That's cool though. Yeah. Wow, look at that.
You go, wow, look at that. I try to get around on the left and then I go around the right and then you start moving to the left. You were saying above the house.
I didn't see above the house.
Okay. Well, I knew it was on the water.
Over there is the secret garden. That's where the gravesite is if you wanted to walk over there. You can do anything on the outside unless you got a ticket to go in. You have tickets to go
Yeah,
in?
we do.
Okay.
220. So I guess it was.
Sure can. That's why it's there for everybody. You need this to get up the stairs. Everybody has to carry this. Yeah. So we know who's going.
Thank you.
Go up the ramp into that door that gentleman would let you in.
Okay, and is it a self-guided tour or is they?
No, you've got a guided tour.
Oh, we get a guided tour. That's what I thought. Okay, thanks.
What time is it?
10 after, quarter after.
Okay.
All right, good. How are you? That's it.
Welcome. Hi. 220? 220. Good enough. Good to see you. We're punctual. So we use listening devices. That way you can hear me better. There's a lot of beeping noise. Hang that around your neck. And you have an earpiece plugged into the top. And just sit on top of your ear.
Actually, that, I was going to say on my own, but I'll plug it in.
He's right here.
There you go. So you folks local? Tampa. Tampa? That's almost local. Almost local. About an hour, I guess, yes? Yeah, a little bit more. Depends. We took the scenic tour. We came through, came over the skyway and drove down, went into Longboat, drove along the key down. So it took an extra half an hour or so. John Ringling used to own all of Longboat Key. That was really? All of his. The whole thing. Wow. I know. Wow.
So, you must have known one of the richest people back then, was that right?
In 1925, he was on the cover of Time magazine, and he was one of the richest men in America.
May I throat punch you now? Because we have 9 more minutes and we could have stopped for a smoke.
Oh my God.
That's what I said. Could have.
Whatever. Did you plug yours in? Or?
Yeah, right here.
And it works?
I haven't tried it. He's not talking yet.
See, I gotta put my earlobe out there.
That's how it goes? Demonstrate that. Show me your ear. Okay. Is that how mine looks?
No.
No? I'm doing it wrong?
You have a little ear.
I know, I've got very small ears.
Is that why you don't listen?
Yeah, look at all this extra room I have. Yours is like tight.
Is that why you don't listen?
You're the right side. Chink, one for Brian. This camera case is so difficult to deal with. Yeah, they must have been miserable out here with all this water around.
It must have been miserable.
Yeah, just having nothing to look at but water and horizon.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? On the phone.
Oh, darn. Guess I'm not recording. Alright.
John stayed for about 7 more years. He came down here winters for about 7 more years. But he wanted to leave the house and the art museum and the grounds to the state of Florida. He wanted that to be his legacy, financially, for the rest of his life. But he managed to keep it all together. He resisted any attempt to sell.
Oh, I need a nap now or something.
Yeah.
It's exhausting. The museum, the art museum. It's hot out here. Okay, I'm going back in. Oh, look, there's a drinking fountain. Water. 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 Hey, isn't that the Statue of Liberty's head?
Art to me, but the house is cool too. I mean, it's like, it's amazing to think somebody actually had that much, you know what I mean? Lived like that in that house.
Yeah.
She was a lot better looking than he was.
I can't really tell when they, like, you know, like she just, I don't know. Like, you know, the paintings with the women and all that too? It's kind of like...
A lot of times it's how people carry themselves.
Yeah.
You know?
See, I told you he looked like a business guy.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And he turned out to be more of a business guy.
Well, right. And that's what they said. That's how he wanted to be remembered. So that's how he had his portrait drawn as like a business guy, right?
Yeah, I was kind of surprised that he was into so much more than just the circus.
Yeah.
With all the land and all that.
What's with the having that one room for what cowboy, like in that?
It was a guest room, but Will Rogers, when he came to stay, that's the room he stayed in.
But that was for him.
No, it wasn't for him. It's just that's the room he stayed in when he was there.
I thought they said that was for
I
him.
said that.
So you liar again.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Just for that.
It was a lot of walking.
I don't think that was that.
That art museum was enormous.
It was a big museum, but at least
Yeah.
it was air conditioned. It wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't bad, but yeah. I think you definitely could have spent a few more hours there.
I could have in the art museum.
Well, and they had that one whole thing closed. So if anybody's planning on going there, plan on a full day, not a half day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
You should go to Dali.
Dolly.
Yeah,
I like looking at that stuff.
yeah.
Dali stuff.
Have you been there?
Super cool.
What is it?
It's a museum. It's in
Where?
our book of things to do.
Here,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in,
it's an art museum,
Mm.
it's
and it
in-
has those kind of paintings in it.
No, it's in downtown St. Petersburg,
Yeah.
and it's by Salvador Dali, who was a Spanish painter like a couple hundred years ago, and he just makes really weird, super abstract paintings
Oh.
and art, like all sorts of art, not just paintings.
You know, see, so that's, I could do that. I mean, I could do like I would feel really comfortable like going to, you know, wine and cheese and art, you know, like Sheboygan used to have those. I always wanted to do that, but because I can look at that stuff for hours.
We have all the brochures for the Dali Museum in our book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so you like art?
I love art.
Every time I said I was going to Dali, you go, "Oh, you're into art?"
I did not.
Yes, you did every time.
Well, maybe compared to fishing, maybe that into art, you know, like compared
I
to
went
fishing.
to the museum 2 times.
Well, you know,
I'm
it's
fishing
like, do you want to go
100
fishing tomorrow? No, I'm going to Dali. Really, you're
Well,
that
yeah, maybe
into
I have
art?
any plans.
Okay. I don't know. I can change plans if it means fishing or hunting.
I think he had plans with somebody else.
Oh, so it's all about not spending time with me. Is that it? Is that what you're trying to say?
Oh, look, there's an IHOP that we would have gone by if we hadn't taken the scenic route on the way there. It's right across the street from the Peekaboo Lounge.
Yeah. Chalk went up for Brian. By the way, there's 3, 4, 5 of them that weren't videotaped. That was chalk went up for Brian.
There was plenty that weren't recorded as well that were against me, but we weren't allowed to record anything when we were inside the museums.
I don't remember anything like that, but I did point out the ones where it was a mark for me.
Okay. Alright. So that was on a scale of 1 to 10. What do you give that place?
6.
So it's a would recommend?
Yeah. I mean, it's, especially if you're into stuff like that, then I would say it's probably really a lot of fun.
Mm.
You know, and they had a really good variety.
Mm.
You know, like they had the circus and interactive stuff in there, and interesting stuff in there, and it wasn't like all the same, and that was cool. And then the house was like, you know, really cool, and then the art, I liked the art museum, and that was cool.
So it covered several different interests that you might not be interested in one thing, but something else might appeal to you. So there's
Right,
more potential to be interesting to people.
right.
Yeah.
And it was like you could get a heavy dose of each thing. So if you didn't like something, then you got a heavy dose of it unless you did want to do it all or skim through it. But you could you find something you like, it was enough to spend several hours doing that. Right?
Yeah, I think any of those things. I mean, the house you don't have a choice because it's a guided tour.
But the house, I think anybody would find interesting. Just that somebody had that much money.
Some people
like
really aren't. They just don't. But yeah, I think they had a good presentation on each subject.
Yeah.
And now I want to see that movie that he said was filmed there, because the docent was explaining that in 1998 or 96, I can't remember, they were going to make a movie called Great Expectations. They were looking for a dilapidated mansion, and so they filmed the movie there, and then it was after that the state restored the place because Mr. Ringling had left it to them much, much earlier, decades earlier, and they just kind of let it go to hell until they made that movie, and then they fixed it up afterward.
Right.
Which he said they spent $15 million restoring it.
Yeah.
But it also is one of the top tourist attractions in Florida, is what I was reading.
That is?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, it was cool.
So they probably make quite a bit of money.
It was cool.
Yeah.
Well organized. Well.
Price wasn't too terribly bad either. Not like Biltmore. Biltmore was really expensive, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was over like 120 or 150 bucks a person.
Yeah, and this was what, 45 for the one we did, 55 for the whole shebang.
Yeah, and then
and students are free, so if you got a student, make sure they got their student ID.
Yeah, and it was well organized. I mean, I think who's ever running that is doing a good job, right?
Yeah, free water.
I mean, they did a very good job,
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Clint?
It did make me feel a little, I don't know the right word for it, but they had security all over the frickin' place, keeping an eye on everybody. It kind of made me feel a little
Uncomfortable that way?
not uncomfortable, like, I don't know the right word for it. Like, you can't trust me to not, like, touch everything and bump into everything and try and sit on the furniture, that they got, like, a security guard in every room keeping an eye on you. Because the one room we were in, the security lady stopped me and told me to hold on to my purse instead of letting it hang off my back like that, because she didn't want it bumping into anything. So that's why I had to grab my purse and hold it like a baby. So.
And did you give her that, pissed off?
No, I said, oh, okay, no problem. So, whatever.
All right. Well, yeah.
I like
But
that they gave us all the earpieces so we could hear him.
Yeah.
That was good.
And I think that stuff is worth so much money that I can see why they don't want that many people just walking through and being more nonchalant, because there's a lot of idiots out there that would just, wreck it.
Yeah, but everything was roped off that you couldn't really get at anything, so I don't know.
Okay.
I liked it. It was good. Okay. Hour till we get home.
Alright, so, again, the audio portion of the interior is coming up in the next video. She plays the audio over the top of a framing video in the next one, because it would just not have made sense to throw all that together. It just, I don't know, she doesn't know what she's doing. There's, issues going on. Anyway, if you liked it, thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. That helps us too. And hey, leave a comment. Just don't be rude. See you in the next one.